kept tight on track, Dean, but that's all. Everybody expects Last Sunset to win. My tips before I go to Mick, 2 from 13, and then place chances to 7 and 8. This is the first leg of the extra double in Queensland. Most people playing 2 on top, as I have done, but if you just want to have a little saver.
Sunset. I spoke to Tony Hurley about that at some length tonight. He said, now, there is a chance. There's a chance Last Sunset could get things wrong here. He did have a lot of problems earlier this season when not trained by Mark Purdon, when trained by his co-owner, John Dickey, with just slightly missing away. It was due to soreness. He does look very well. He's warmed up well. He doesn't look sore at all. So you get the feeling that he is basically going to step away, find the front, because who's going to take him on and win? Sam, a little bit of talk here. Trifecta hopes for numbers 7 and 8. Albifoil and Avatar both impressed me on the first night. They perhaps went too hard for their own good. If one of them can cop a sit on the back of Last Sunset, they have to be big trifecta chances at good odds, 36s and 34s respectively on the Queensland tote.
Outside the 4 we mentioned, 2, 7, 8 and 13. I noticed earlier you were talking about the 6, who was disappointing on Saturday night.
He was disappointing. I believe he may start better tonight. He may begin well. And again, it's going to be so crucial to be close to Last Sunset here because he can run such a last big 800 metres. Look for a touch of improvement here from number 14, Special Force. He hasn't been fit this campaign. It's taken a lot of work from Claire and Dave McGowan to get him back to his peak. He's not there yet, but he is the 1999 Interdominion champion. If he gets close enough from this handicap, which he will get a chance to do tonight, it's 500 metres further than on Saturday night, he can run on the money. So Special Force would be my sneaky place bet in the race, and at this stage I think he's around the $2.10 mark for the place.
There, the selections on screen, 2, 13, 7 and 8. Not much disagreement from Mick. I guess with that, we might join David Fowler as the Trotters step up towards the tape for the third heat of the Trotters Interdominion Championship.
Thanks, Nick. Coming up well. Last Sunset well into the red here on track. $1.40 on the TAB, number 2. 13 National Interest at $6.10. We've got the final over the long trip on Saturday night here. 31.58 metres, 3 laps of the track. Now, they move up towards the tapes. Rayleigh Flash, Last Sunset, Bold DJ, Smart Evander, Lopside coming up with East Norlad, Albifoil and Avatar, Majestic Glory and Gemstone Lady moving up with Jerry Warham and also Noopy Kiosk. National Interest on the 20 metres and Special Force on 30. We're just about ready to run. Favourite Last Sunset, number 2 at $1.40. 13 National Interest, $6.50. The betting's been, well, fairly constant. There hasn't been any movers or shakers on the tote. Day we won the previous race. The upset Cam D, 157.4 mile rate. Second round of heats for the Toast.com Interdominion about to get underway. They're in the starters' hands. 26.47 metres the distance. They're racing. Last Sunset began perfectly with Bold DJ and Rayleigh Flash. A couple of gallopers soon after the start included Lopsided and also Majestic Glory. But apart from that, it was a clean start. And the favourite straight away goes into control mode. That's Last Sunset. Bold DJ gets in behind him, and that's the best place to be, I'd suggest. Third early, East Norlad. Travelling fourth and 3 wide was Albifoil. Jerry Warra well away to fifth outside of Rayleigh Flash. Then came Smart Evander. 2 lengths away came National Interest, who balances up a touch worse than midfield, followed by Special Force, who races over on the inside of Lopsided, and then Noopy Kiosk and Gemstone Lady. Avatar was galloping 300 metres from the start. He's 5 lengths behind the main bulk of the field. And forget about the Bolter Majestic Glory last of all. Travelling down with just over 2 laps left to go, and if you're on the favourite, that's where you like to see him, out in front and controlling the tempo. It's the ruling favourite for the Interdominion Trotters final, Last Sunset. He leads out by a length on Albifoil, who's breezing, and Bold DJ third behind the speed. East Norlad is well placed, 1-1. Rayleigh Flash, 5th the inside. Karen Gath has Jerrawara travelling 6th, 1 out and 2 back. Being tracked by a local Smart Evander, a length to Special Force. He's midfield, but he is over on the pegs on the inside of National Interest. Then Lopsided, covered by Noopy Kiosk, Gemstone Lady. Avatar tacking on, and 150 metres away to Majestic Glory. Last, 1 mile left to travel, and the lead time was trotted in 81.8. And Last Sunset and Hurley do it nicely in the middle stages. Albifoil half a length away, second the outside, and the grey Bold DJ lies third. East Norlad well positioned, 1-1. There are no moves. Jerrawara races outside of Rayleigh Flash, and then came Smart Evander on the outside of Special Force. Gemstone Lady commences a 3 wide run, going by National Interest and Lopsided. Then Avatar again breaking, and last of all was Noopy Kiosk. Around round the home corner. Just shy of 1,200 metres left to run. First quarter of the last mile, 30.6. And Herlihy is setting a genuine speed with the odds-on favourite. Last Sunset, the bell is ringing. Albafoyle second the outside. Bold DJ third and East Norlad fourth. Given every chance. Jerrawara was next. Gemstone Lady to midfield, 3 wide. Rayleigh Flash on the pegs, labouring this far from home. Then Smart Evander. Special Force awkwardly positioned, a long way back on the inside. National Interest at least 4 wide there around as they head up the side, lopsided. And then came Noopy, Kiosk, Avatar and Majestic Glory. Second quarter, 30.3. Pace keeps getting faster. Last Sunset's in front. Albafoyle's had a hard run on the outside. Then Bold DJ, followed by East Norlad. Gathon Jerrawara starts a run 3 wide. National Interest starts to trot home stylishly, and the others were struggling. Special Force still held up in traffic, and Noopy Kiosk broke up. It's Last Sunset attempting to lead all of the way. Albafoyle's run a big race. East Norlad 3 wide. Jerrawara 4 wide. Bold DJ sticking on fairly near the inside, and 3 away. National Interest with work to do. Third quarter in 29.8. It's Last Sunset travelling well onto the bend. He's out by 2 lengths. Albafoyle's run its race. Bold DJ still there. And then came East Norlad and Jerrawara, and National Interest behind them, but in the home straight, and Last Sunset is trotting perfectly. Last Sunset's out by 3 lengths on East Norlad and Jerrawara. Last Sunset in front. He's going to start nice and short in the grand final, isn't he? Last Sunset trotted home easily and got the money from East Norlad. Third, Jerrawara, I'd say, just in front of Special Force. He was motoring home, followed by Bold DJ, and then came National Interest. At the head of the others came, well back was Smart Evander. Also back there with it was Albafoyle, who was tiring. Noopy Kiosk and Lopsided were well back with Rayleigh Flash, Gemstone Lady and Avatar. Actually, Noopy Kiosk just coming across the line now, and Majestic Glory tail off.
Didn't even raise a sweat there. Last Sunset, 130 and 130. East Norlad 280 and Jerrawara at 250, 2.6 and 11 after Heat 3 of the Trotters series. And just too good for them.
We're back here at Albion Park. Sorry, guys. Tony Herlihy, everything seems to be going to plan.
Yeah, you know, Sam, everything went to plan tonight. He did everything good and stepped nice, and, you know, he won nice.
Steps up to the 3,000 of the final, but it doesn't seem like it's going to bother him.
No, I don't think so. He's raced over 2 miles and won over 2 miles at home, so, you know, it shouldn't worry him.
You let him roll along a bit tonight. Is that what we can expect to see you do next week?
Yeah, well, the horse outside me just sort of kept me bowling along, but he was quite relaxed in front there, which was good. He was pretty relaxed and just bowled along and seemed very well towards the line.
The key to getting a head start, obviously, is stepping at the start, and that's what he seems to do well.
Yeah, well, he's got better and better, actually, Sam, over the last 4 or 5 months, and been very pleased with him, yeah.
Deserved favourite?
Well, you'd have to look so on the handicaps.
Well done, Tony. OK, guys, back to you.
Righto, thanks, Sam. Globe Derby, they're moving up for the 4th. Secret Harmony, the odds-on favourite, as we head across and join Jim Jakes. He's about to join Adam Hamilton.
Chris Elford joins us now, and he had, well, I guess you'd call it a successful start to the carnival. Chris, you were in the money a couple of times on night 1.
Yes, Adam, it was quite good. Taylor went a nice race, and Lombo Repeater actually surprised me. She went very well.
Well, Taylor Made Lombo's got another back row draw to contend with this time. That's gate 10 in race 5.
Yeah, but it's not a pretty strong heat too, Adam.
A lot of early speed there. You should follow through well.
Yeah, but the catch there is if you punch through too hard and then they come with a lap to go, you sort of got to nearly go in front of them, and then you've used up too much gas. So we'll just have to try and sort of posse up midfield somewhere and hopefully get a trail into it.
What's the mail? Is she trained on nicely?
Jane's very happy with her.
All right, that's good. Well, let's go to Cool Fortune. I think he's worth having an each-way bet on in race 6. He's nearly back to his best form.
Yeah, Dad's done a good job since he's been up here with him, and he seems to be thriving. His run the other night was very good, and, you know, he's probably got the weaker of the 2 heats tonight, I think, and, you know, as long as nothing goes wrong, he should run well.
Lombo Repeater has gate 10 in race 7 tonight. She was a really good run. I thought it was a terrific performance first up, because trainer Peter Manning had said that she would badly need the run.
Yeah, that's right, and, you know, she did a good job. She's not usually able to bustle out the gate, but she did a big job to find the front, and she fought on very strongly, and, you know, as the distances get longer, she'll be better suited.
You're on Greek Gambit in race 8, but he looks about a 300 to 1 shot, so we won't focus too much there. The best of your chances, they're fairly even, Taylor and Lombo Repeater?
Yeah, probably whoever gets the better run. Sort of 2 different horses. Repeater, you can sort of put her into the race a bit, whereas now Taylor, you know, being sort of near the end of her time, she's sort of just got to be driven for a bit of luck, and if she gets it, you know, she'll be finishing on well.
Question without notice, early tip for the final outside of your drives.
We nearly got to just go with the best two. I think Shaker Maker and At It again. They both impressed me very much the first night.
All right, Chris Alford got some good chances tonight, and he likes the big guns for the final at this stage.
Thank you, Adam. Back to Albion Park shortly. Now, Albion Park Race 5 ratings, and Safe and Sound is on top from Holmes DG, Zayuganov Lees and Ouch, 8, 11, 12 and 4. Cam's Place Alec 32. Backer Benahi ran a bold race on Saturday night. He's 18. A Blazing Star 28. Ouch at 6.20. Show of Hands 34. Wally Walton, which was a big tip on Saturday night. Gee, get $21 about him tonight. 24 on the New South Wales tote. Safe and Sound at 4.20. Bankura next 57. TaylorMade Lombo 7. 280 Holmes DG. He's pretty short. And Zayuganov Lees at 13. So it's the Miracle Mile winner, Holmes DG, the favourite for the next there at Albion Park as they move up at Naya Park and join Sam and Adam.
Thanks a lot, Dean. We're coming up for, I think, well, there will be no harder heat in this series than we've got in front of us now. Should be each way odds the field, but I know the bookies have got one a lot shorter than that, Holmes DG.
Yeah, but has blown in the market. He opened up very, very skinny, but he's gone for a bath. And, well, punters not encouraged by his run here on Saturday night. As far as my tips are concerned, well, I've got 7 runners going in the extra double. I'm not going to give you all 7 of them, but I'll go 10, 4, 1 and 11. And Adam, I believe you're much different than those 4.
Well, isn't that strange? You've mentioned 4 there. I'm tipping Safe and Sound to win number 8, and I thought the best value runner was number 12, Zayuganov Lees. So there's 6 numbers, indicative of what a tough race it is. But let's talk about the key to the race, and I think that is the staggering amount of gate speed on the front row here. Just about every runner would be a chance of leading in a normal sort of free-for-all race, but not so here. A Blazing Star, I know their intention is to absolutely burn, and it could set it up for a very solid pace.
And all the same, half tipping that he can improve on an deplorable run here the other night.
Well, look, he'd have to grow another leg, I think, to improve on what he did here the other night. All he did was just get in the way of John L's son. But Safe and Sound, that might mean he's got to do a bit of work from out wide. $3.30 Holmes DG, $3.90 Ouch, who no surprise to see him that short, because this has been the biggest tip since the first round of heats finished, I think, for tonight.
And has firmed up 2 full points with the bookies.
I think it's outrageously short, however, at $3.90. I'd like to see him actually win a race, Ouch. $4.60 looks good value for Safe and Sound. We'll be back with more because they're at the boxes at Gosford.
Regrets coming in with supporting role, maybe Blue Maranika. All sized up and Formula Queen. 6th event of the night from Gosford, the Auto Group's auction, first 4. Second liner in there. Last one in, Maranika. The green light going through. Power is on. The bunny up to the Woy Woy Poultry Supply boxes. Set to jump in the 6th event. For racing, one of the smartest out, Moonrocks went to the lead. Second is All Sized Up. They were followed by, coming across there was Formula Queen. 3 lengths out of the straight by 2 T's, and then came maybe Blue Maranika. Regrets is well back, supporting roll at the tail, down the bagger. Moonrocks the leader. Here comes Formula Queen after it quickly. 2 lengths to All Sized Up by 2 T's, and maybe Blue. Around the turn, Formula Queen moves up, goes to the lead now. In second place is Moonrocks, but Formula Queen too strong for them, and beat Moonrocks All Sized Up. And then came by 2 T's, Maranika, maybe Blue, supporting roll, and Regrets last in.
Okay, numbers coming through. 819 there, Gosford race 6, about $4.10 and $1.50 in New South Wales for the winner, Formula Queen. Not far away from a start here, Sam, and we've mentioned the gate speed as we have a look at the updated market. $4.10 for the big tip of the night, Ouch. Mark Purdon driving. He's got a lot of gate speed. Mick Guerin was trying to tell me that he would lead. I would be surprised if anything could get across a Blazing Star if they really wanted to lead. Remember, a Blazing Star went fairly close to leading from outside of the front row in the Miracle Mile, and that is a pretty tough ask. $4.40 Ouch, $4.40 for Safe and Sound, who will be helped to at least some extent by Drop Dead Gorgeous coming out, and it means it starts 1 horse less wide. Or
back or forward for Safe and Sound?
Definitely forward, yes, and surging out at a pretty solid tempo too. So it'll mean he's got to do a bit of speed, a bit of gate speed to try and get into the action. But Mick Guerin's into the action now, and I've just said that you've labelled this, Ouch.
I had, but at $4.60, it's not really value. So they are going to burn very hard here. The tip-on trackers, a Blazing Star, will definitely try to hold Ouch at the start. The question mark then becomes, does Safe and Sound give Ouch the 1-1? And does this open the whole race up for Holmes DG? This is a great race and a great betting race.
There's one of terrific odds here. In all honesty, Zaganov Lee's had no luck at all. And if they go mad, it could be Zaganov Lee's and TaylorMade Lombo who are, you know, running into the race at the right time.
Yeah, possibly so, although it's sort of hard to see, even if they do go hard over what is still a relatively short trip, 2,138 metres, whether they're going to come back to them that quickly. I'm surprised how short Holmes DG is. We know how good he is. He had excuses on the first night. Into 320 now, 310 in New South Wales. Gee, you know, from the second line in the sprint trip with some pretty good horses in front of him, this is going to be a massive test for him. Adam, if he doesn't stand up to be counted here, I think it's curtains for DG.
Well, do you know that Terry Henderson, his part owner, who of course has been involved in Chokin and Doremus, he's a realist. Now this horse has won $1 million, but he's described this as the most important run in the horse's career at this time. And he says that obviously because he believes if Holmes DG cannot do his share of work and win this race, he has no show in the final.
OK, Sam, you go to Harold Park a lot more often than Adam and I do. You saw a Blazing Star back in November in a heat, well, virtually a heat of the Miracle Mile, come out in quite sensational fashion. Can Ouch cross him?
I don't think so, no.
All right, well, that's from Sam. I'd agree there. A Blazing Star, I expect, will hold the front. $3.20 Holmes DG, $4 Safe and Sound. I'm tipping Safe and Sound. Mick went for Ouch on an each-way basis. And
TaylorMade.
And you're going for TaylorMade Lombo. So
such a ladies' man, Sam.
TaylorMade Lombo into $6. So obviously Sam has unloaded in pretty spectacular style as well. As we're getting ready for the first of tonight's pacing heats here at Albion Park. Sit back, enjoy the most intriguing heat of the series so far.
And Ouch, they've both got speed. Friends for Life and Wally Walton comes forward with Safe and Sound. Stand by for a start. The runners are on the gate. Ready to run. Racing. Out wide, Justice came out on Safe and Sound, but he saw plenty come out underneath him, including Bacca Benahi, a Blazing Star, Ouch, and also Friends for Life. To the first turn they drive. Bacca Benahi's got the speed to keep out a Blazing Star. Cam's Place Alec is on the pegs, and Ouch found the one wide line. Friends for Life is going forward 3 wide, and that forces Safe and Sound 4 deep in the early stages. He's out in no man's land, but he's obliged to press on. Followed then by going through on the inside, Bancura and Exton TaylorMade Lombo. She's going to balance up midfield. There's Holmes DG, 2 lengths behind it. 3 lengths away came Wally Walton and Zogonoff Lisa's last of all. Travelling down the back straight, they've got 1,500 left to go, and the lead time was extra fast. 36 seconds. They were going lickety-split, and over on the inside, Bacca Benahi being seriously challenged by a Blazing Star. By G, Safe and Sound's had no luck. He's caught 3 wide. Ouch the centre, and Cam's Place Alec trailing the speed. Bancura X midfield over on the pegs, followed by Show of Hands. Then came TaylorMade Lombo between runners. Holmes DG has angled into the 3 wide line with 2 behind him, Wally Walton and Zogonoff Lease. They come into the home straight now, and they've got 1,200 metres left to run. First quarter of the last mile, 29.3. Speed has been very good. And the front runner was Bacca Benahi, but he's been tested strongly by a Blazing Star. Safe and Sound, 3 wide and never any closer. Behind the leader, Cam's Place Alec. Splitting runners as they drive up the side. Ouch. He's going to try and work into the clear. Bancura next over on the inside of TaylorMade Lombo. She's also got some work to do. The driver's got to try and weave some magic, followed by Show of Hands, Zogonoff Lease. Second last, Holmes DG, and Wally Walton is last of all, but there's only 7 lengths from top end to tail. The second quarter in 30, 59.3 the half. Bacca Benahi's been under siege from a Blazing Star for quite some time. Ouch is into the clear, then Cam's Place Elegant. Look at him come. Holmes DG looping the field with big giant strides. He's swallowing them up. He's gone from near last. He's gone to first. 400 left to go, and the third quarter was in 29.2. Oh, Purdon went into overdrive with Holmes DG. He said, see you later, fellas. He's out by 4 or 5 lengths. The others were labouring. TaylorMade Lombo gallop back in the field. Holmes DG with a big break at the bend from Wally Walton. Then Ouch, Zogonoff Lease, Bacca Benahi, a Blazing Star and Cam's Place Alec. But down the home straight, Holmes DG, he's in one race. The other's in another. He's getting tired, but he's going to find the post first. first. Holmes DG got the money. Second Home Ouch, I'd say, just in front of Wally Walton, followed by Zogan Fleece. And then came at the head of the others. Well back was Cam's Place, Alex Bankura next. And then came Show of Hands, followed by Backer Better here, Blazing Star. Tailor-Made Lombo hasn't helped her chances by galloping near the corner. And after a horrid trip 3 wide.
Devastating win by Holmes DG from Ouch and Wally Walton. Holmes DG striding down to the line, a big winner. Right, now we've got Ipswich coming up, and they are up the boxes. They're being loaded away. And in this, the favourite, the bubble's being burst there, so they'll have to back up again in the third round of heats on Saturday to earn enough points to get through to the final. There's your totes, 320, 180, 170 and 460. Quinella paid 740. And the trifecta 215, 11, 4 and 6 at Albion Park. 6-4-1 Ipswich Pacific.
The opening night stars here at the Brisbane Toast.com Interdominion was certainly Mountain Gold. An amazing performance to win his heat over a relatively short trip of 2,100 plus metres. He gets up in distance tonight, and Morris McKendry, it's a nice drive to pick up in this series.
Yeah, he looked like one of the better horses in New Zealand until Lower Creek come along. Yeah, so he's a very nice horse.
Well, his run, even you must have been a little surprised with the enormity of his performance here on Saturday night.
Yeah, over that distance, it was always going to be hard to sort of win off that off 30 metres, but he was just going so good all the way. Like, it was a great run because he was wide on the turn and he still got up, so it was terrific. You've driven some of the best trotters in New Zealand over the years, and I read a quote somewhere where you said that he probably felt as good in the run as just about any you've driven. Yeah, David Moss was probably the best I drove, and but this horse, the way he felt the other night, he was just charging all the way. So, you know, as long as he settles over this distance, I think he'll go good. Morris, for a trotter, he looks to have fantastic speed. Yeah, he comes off the back of another horse pretty quick, and yeah, he's got a lot going for him, really. He's actually trotting real good at the moment. He didn't step overly well the other night, but I've seen a lot of his tapes and his races live in New Zealand, and normally he probably gets away better than that, so that might be something up your sleeve. Yeah, he's just a wee bit on the toe, but he did get away. I probably could have been a wee bit closer up than I was at the finish, but yeah, I just sort of been a bit careful with him just at that.
All ready to go.
The Rodlow Car Company Auction Series. Race 6 at Albion Park. This is Heat 4 for the Trotters. 59 Armbro's Pride, 164 Road to Victory, 16 Leicester Scott, 152 Howes Harold, Ragora 85, Crikey Dick at 83, Queen's Rhapsody, which ran a bold race on Saturday night at 12, Timo is 12, Vanderplower 25, 20 for Cool Fortune, and the favourites 12, 13 and 14 take a moment at 370, 270 for Mountain Gold, and Sundon's Way at 530. So Mountain Gold the favourite. Gert the Flirt heads the ratings at Warrigal from Devon Law, Noisy Whisper, and Special Light 1573. Gert the Flirt $3, 530 Topaz.
Down near the bottom, but could there be an upset? I'm tipping that maybe this race there could be. Just going through them from the top, chances on track given to number 4, Leicester Scott. He ran third here the other night. Did take all the shortcuts, but is given some chance. Number 8, Queen's Rhapsody, was second here at massive odds the other night, chasing home the series favourite Last Sunset. Fast Beginner, drawn wide again. They're getting very close to a start here as we go over the page. Numbers 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14, all given chances, but you can see from those prices to varying extents by punters. The favourite, Mountain Gold, he's a little bit shorter than that on track, but not by all that much. I've just got the points tally for the Trotting Championship. If you take it from the top 7, the cut-off at the moment is 16 points. Avatar is currently on 15, probably miss out. Queen's Rhapsody currently 13 and Sundon's Way 13. So they won't have to do much to get into the final. Then Leicester Scott, Cool Fortune will have to perform relatively well here. Vanderplower has gone around in the previous heat and probably can't, well, definitely won't be able to make the cut. But we'll give you the final field a little bit later. They're set to go here at Albion Park. Here's David Fowler.
Set for a start here, Nick. Favourite on track is Mountain Gold. Fractional odds against. Won the heat here on Saturday night. Second electors Take a Moment. Then Sundon's Way, and Queen's Rhapsody, who's a high-speed trotter if everything goes its right way at the start, is much shorter in the market than we thought, fourth favourite. TAB 13, Mountain Gold 260, 12 Take a Moment 370, $5 about Sundon's Way. And we're just about set to run. Distance here, 26.47 metres. We're not quite ready for a start. His previous race going to Holmes DG. Bounced back strongly after that unplaced run Saturday night. Rating 155 and 2, beating Ouch and Wally Walton. Tailor-Made Lombo and Safe and Sound, they were down the track. Safe and Sound had a hard run, and Tailor-Made Lombo galloped near the corner. Track is cleared. Racing. And see how these back markers came away all very professionally. Timo was badly away. How's Harold galloped for a few strides at the starter. And Burns put his foot flat to the floor on Queen's Rhapsody and crossed from a wide alley to take the lead on settling from Ambrose Pride and travelling third Rugora. Crikey Dick is fourth. Lester Scott fifth and Cool Fortune sixth. 5 away came Van der Pla and Take a Moment making ground. They go by the galloping Road to Victory, and then came Sundon's Way, Mountain Gold. How's Harold and Timo is last of all. Queen's Rhapsody is running along at a good speed as they come around the home corner the first time. 2,200 metres left to go. It's Burns and Queen's Rhapsody out by 5 lengths. She likes to race this way. She can set up a big break. Queen's Rhapsody 5 or 6 lengths to Ambrose Pride. 4 away third Rugora. 4 to Crikey Dick. 2 away Lester Scott and 2 to Cool Fortune. 2 to Van der Pla. Then Take a Moment followed by Sundon's Way, Mountain Gold. Then came Timo, How's Harold and Road to Victory is tailed off. They're spread right out. The pace is good, and Queen's Rhapsody is really injecting some spice into the race in the early stages. Now the margin is 3.5 lengths. Racing second is Ambrose Pride. 3 away third came Rugora. 2 off came Crikey Dick and 2 to Lester Scott. 2 to Cool Fortune. Van der Pla, the first of the major fancies. Take a Moment is a touch worse than midfield as they travel by the mile. Tracking it Sundon's Way and turn track by Mountain Gold. Timo is going to save ground by going through on the pegs. Then How's Harold and forget about Road to Victory. Lead time trotted in 80.3, travelling off the back straight, 1,400 left to go, and she's out on her lonesome and she's going for the lick of her life. It's Queen's Rhapsody, the leader. 5 lengths again is the margin over Ambrose Pride. Burns is dictating this race to suit himself. He's stopping and starting in the lead. Rugora racing third, Crikey Dick fourth. Fifth was Lester Scott and Cool Fortune forced 3 wide on that bend, followed by Van der Pla. Take a Moment takes a trail forward, 3 wide on the back of Cool Fortune. Sundon's Way tracks it. Then came Timo, How's Harold and Mountain Gold is last of all by the winning post, and Queen's Rhapsody trotted the first quarter of the last mile in 30.1, and it's a case of catch me if you can. Queen's Rhapsody 6 lengths now, Ambrose Pride. Cool Fortune again 1 off the inside. Take a Moment left, 3 wide in fourth. Rugora already putting up the white flag with Crikey Dick, followed by Sundon's Way and Mountain Gold. The back markers steadily working into it. Then Van der Pla, followed by Lester Scott. Then came How's Harold and Timo is last of all. Queen's Rhapsody coming back to them pretty quickly now. The second quarter was in 30.4, 60.5 the half. Queen's Rhapsody only 2 to Cool Fortune, who emerged to a clear second. Here comes Take a Moment and Mountain Gold and Sundon's Way. They're closing at the right time. Van der Pla heads the others and no use going back any further. 400 left to go. Third quarter in 30.6. Queen's Rhapsody in front by half a length on Cool Fortune. Take a Moment's about to come 3 wide. Purdon again is driving for luck. He's going through on the inside, waiting for the hair testing sprint lane with Sundon's Way. And here comes Murray Mack on Mountain Gold winding up. They got to Queen's Rhapsody. Cool Fortune took the lead. Take a Moment comes at it strongly. Then Mountain Gold and Sundon's Way. Take a Moment took the lead. Mountain Gold will have the last shot at Take a Moment. Then Cool Fortune. Take a Moment in front. Take a Moment wins. Take a Moment won from a 3-way go. Van der Pla diving through is in a photo with Cool Fortune and Mountain Gold.